Well, hello, welcome to the show. Let me ask you a question. Is your online presence or lack thereof hurting your business? If you don't know the answer to that, then it might be hurting your business. There could be several reasons why. An online presence is so important for boosting your brand and building your business for so many reasons. But today I'm going to share 3 ways on how to optimize your online presence so you can build your brand, boost your business, and build credibility. So get ready to take some notes because you don't want to miss this episode. Welcome to MOMetize Your Passion, a place for moms with big dreams and an eagerness to turn them into a thriving reality. Whether you're a mother looking to monetize your talents, transition from a stagnant job, or explore a fun side hustle, you're in the right place. I'm Caroline, wife, mother, and the visionary behind Tinseltown Mom, a platform dedicated to helping moms to embrace and pursue their God-given dreams. After interviewing nearly 100 celebrities for my platform, one common theme stands out in their success stories: passion. As a former actress, current writer, celebrity blogger, and certified life coach, passion has always been at the core of my journey. And through it all, I've discovered the power of honing our gifts, learning from our past, and using our experiences to uplift others. Join me on the show as I explore stories of celebrity moms and successful mompreneurs, uncovering the roadmap to their accomplishments. I'll also be sharing business and marketing tips to guide you towards tangible ideas for making money. Here, my hope is that you'll find inspiration from God, encouragement, and practical insights to MOMetize your passion. All right, so the first way that you can optimize your online presence is by having a professional website. So I don't care what line of business you're in, you need a website, a professional website. When I started my brand, Tinseltown Mom, 10 years ago, I needed a website. And initially I was going to build it myself, but I found that wasn't my expertise and I needed to hire someone. And I had an idea of what I wanted it to look like. I wanted it to look like a magazine because I wanted to attract a certain clientele to my website. And I knew that I was going to be interviewing celebrity moms. So I also wanted to have a certain look. And so that's why I had it built. I had a professional help me build this website. So for you, maybe you can do it on your own, but no matter what the look is that you're going for, make sure it aligns with your brand. And I cannot tell you how important it is to have a professional website that people can easily access. I get pitched every day from either someone wanting to be on my podcast, someone selling a product or a service. And if there's even a peak of interest from me, I will always Google that person. And if their website does not look professional, then I don't even give them the time of the day. I'm just being honest. Like if I go to the website, it looks unprofessional, or if there's no social media icons or an about me page, then I already see, from my opinion, that it's unprofessional. Because it should have the basic things on the website. If you have a professional website, whether you build it yourself or you hire someone to do it, it should at a minimum have an about me page, and that'll tell people who you are, why you started the business, and exactly what you do. It should be very clear to them. You should also have social media icons. So if people want to check you out online to see what you're about, to get to know you a little bit better, it should be very clear and visible for them to see. And it should also have a page where you offer your services or your products. It should be very easy for them to find that on your website. So having a professional website is number one. You have to have a professional website. If someone Googles you and they can't find your website, then that is a problem. You are missing out on business. You're hurting your brand, and you're not leveraging in the way that you need to build your business. Okay, the second way to optimize your presence online is through social media channels. And I know I'm always talking about how the algorithm shows your content to less than 5% of your audience. But for social proof, you need some sort of social media channel. Now, if you are doing well and you've already been there and done that, then maybe you don't need social media. But if you are just starting, then I would recommend at least having some sort of social media presence so people can find you online. Now, you don't have to be on Instagram or X if you don't want to. There's other social media channels like LinkedIn. That's very professional, where you can build your business and you can build your brand. And that's a place where you can also like write articles, do videos, and just boost up your brand so people know who you are. They get to know you actually. And when people Google you, you can show up via LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is a great platform. Let's say you're a mom and you're more of a crafty mom. Maybe you have an Etsy shop and maybe you don't want to be on LinkedIn or X or Instagram. You can be on Pinterest. Now, I know technically Pinterest is not a social media platform, but for all intents and purposes, we'll just call it a social media platform. But it's actually a visual discovery engine similar to Google. It's a search engine where you can find recipes and crafts and things along that nature. So you just want to make sure you're showing up online, and Pinterest is a great platform to do that, especially if that is your area of expertise, crafting, recipes, pretty things that are visually stimulating. That's a wonderful way to show up online. I would also recommend, if you do have a business selling a service or a product, that you have a Facebook page. Because a Facebook page, to me, it shows that you're professional. On that Facebook page, you can post about your products or the services that you offer. You could also do blogs, or you can share other people's content that's relevant to what you provide. But it does boost your business. It makes you look professional if you have a Facebook page, a business Facebook page, not your personal one, a business Facebook page. And if you're going to be on social media, you should try to make sure it's active and up to date. And also, if you do have a social media presence, just make sure it's optimized. Make sure it looks like your brand. So let's say you have a business and you're selling sewing machines, for example, and on your website, it's all about sewing machines. That's what you promote on your website. And someone goes to your social media profile and it has nothing to do with sewing machines. In fact, they are not even sure if it's the same person. Make sure your website and your social media presence lines up and it shows that these brands are the same. And as far as optimizing your social media platform, you can use Canva, which is free to use. And it's an online graphic design tool that is really simple, and it'll help you align your social media, your logos, your videos, your posters, etc. So you have the theme of your brand very similar. So if you use Canva even before you post on social media, when someone goes to your profile, they'll see that, oh, this is the same person that I visited on their website, because their social media presence looks similar. So the third way that you can optimize your online presence is through long form content. And there's several ways that you can do this. And I've mentioned this several times before. The best ways to do that is either through YouTubing, a blog, or podcasting. So I have all three, and for me, my favorite is podcasting, and I'll explain why. So let's start with the blog though. I've had my blog for 10 plus years, and I have a very specific niche. So a lot of my content, a lot of my articles are on the first pages of Google. These days, with the rise of AI and the oversaturation of blogs on the same topics, it is harder to rank at the top of the Google pages. So if you are going to start a blog, you must make sure that you are very, very niche, and it's not something that everyone else is doing. You have to set yourself apart in an overcrowded market. So blogging is great, but if you do it, you just have to make sure you are very specific with what you are offering, and it's different from everything else that is out there. So the other way to boost your online presence through long form content is through YouTubing. YouTubing is great because people love to watch videos. And if you are the type of person who can create videos, you like to be on camera, get made up, you're into all the lighting and everything, because it is a lot of work, then go for it, because you could really get found if you have a niche that is specific, that is unique, and that people are wanting. If you have that and YouTubing is more of your area of expertise, then I say go for it, because that is a great way to boost your online presence. So the third way, and my favorite way to optimize your online presence through long form content, is through podcasting. Now, for me, podcasting is great because it is easier to rank. Even being in a similar field as other people, you can still rank better than a YouTube channel or a blog because it's not as saturated. So I'll give you an example. So my brand has always focused on moms and just helping moms in any capacity. So at the beginning of the year, I rebranded. And prior to that, almost 4.5 years with my podcast, my focus was parenting and helping moms through various challenges with their kids, whether it was mental illness, bullying, just all types of different topics. And I would bring in a mental health expert or a professional in a specific field, and they would talk about tips for moms. Or I would have a mother who went through extreme struggles, whether it was domestic violence, alcoholism, death of a child, so many different extreme challenges that moms faced and how they overcame it. And they came on to share how they overcame. And the intent was for them to help moms also going through those similar struggles. So as of January of this year, my focus has been on helping moms pursue their God-led passion and purpose and monetize it. So in January of this year, I was a top 5% podcaster. And this is according to Listen Notes. And this is based on globally, all the podcasts out there, over 3 million. So I was the top 5% globally. And 3 months later, I was a top 2.5% podcaster globally. As of a couple of days ago, we're at the end of May, I'm a top 2% podcaster globally. Again, this is based off of over 3 million podcasts out there. This is for my podcast. Now, had I done the same thing with my blog or a YouTube channel, it would not be that quick to rank. But with the podcast, because it's not as saturated, you have an easier chance of ranking in your specific niche. So now, instead of parenting, my specific niche is in the entrepreneurship space. So again, had it been my blog, which I did rebrand even with my blog in certain aspects, it has not ranked like that, or a YouTube channel, it would be harder to get in. So just to put things into perspective, so I mentioned there's 3.3 million podcasts out there. I mean, some stats say 4 million, but let's just go with under 5 million. So according to HubSpot, there are 144 million YouTubers out there and 600 million bloggers out there compared to 3.5 million podcasters. So you see the difference there. You see how it's easier to get into the podcasting space than YouTube or blogging. So I just wanted to give you a little food for thought. So just to repeat, there are 3 ways that you can optimize your online presence is number 1, have a professional website. Number 2, show up on a specific social media channel. And number 3, show up using long form content, which could be a YouTube channel, a blog, or a podcast. If you need help optimizing your online presence, then book a one-on-one coaching call with me. I can help you in this area. So I will have a link in my show notes. There'll be an application. And if that is you, then go ahead and fill that out and I will be in touch. All right, moms, we're at the end of another episode and I pray this was a blessing for you. I pray that it was a game changer for you. If it was, would you do me a favor and share it with another mom who could use this episode as well? As you know, my podcast is meant to be a blessing to mothers. So any support you can give would be so appreciated. Or if you're enjoying my podcast in general, I would love to hear from you by way of an encouraging review. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Until next time.